And so the way that we think about building content systems now are in two parts. So instead of thinking, okay, what do we want to talk about in, the next quarter, you would pull data, you would pull, maybe some voice of customer from sales calls. Maybe you would do some, research or browsing of what's trending, but again, what's trending now might not be, relevant in 3 months. And we can build a system for, oh, sorry, we're getting some comments on screens. I'll zoom in here. I just want to show the whole thing over you. So we can now build a system, an agent, if you will, that is constantly aggregating this information to be together in one place. And I call this sources or signals, right? And the idea is that this on a monthly or weekly basis even is pulling recent sales calls. If you're doing webinars or workshops like I'm doing now, other LinkedIn creators, what are they talking about? What's working for them? What's happening in the industry? What's trending? What's the news? This is, for newsjacking. What other YouTube videos are relevant to your industry and your ICP? And then the past performance of content. And what we get is an automatic system that is pulling all of that information into a single source of truth for us on a regular cadence. I'm going to frame everything from a monthly cadence, but just know that at a smaller company, like at our agency, we do this on a weekly basis. So it is very easy to do it more reactively, but I assume most of you guys are from larger companies. And once you include multiple stakeholders, it's just, you still have to get that human review step. And so if you think about it, we have all of these sources coming from the different places. So maybe sales call, this could be like Gong, Fathom. We have LinkedIn Analytics. Maybe we have our favorite YouTube creator, or maybe this is like webinars, right? So we have all of these other things that we're already doing, and we want to pull them into this sources kind of as a raw input. I'm illustrating this as running every couple of days. Cool. Every couple of days. And then on that cadence, right? So at the top of the month, we then have another AI agent going through and saying, is this even relevant, right? This is going to pull in a lot of noise. And at a certain point, we're going to have to prioritize, and we're going to have to, streamline what those, pieces of content that we should actually produce. So some things to qualify, right? Would it make sense if this is executive social? Would this make sense for, our executive to talk about? Would the ICP get value out of it based off of their pain points and jobs to be done? Is it aligned with our current or potential new spiky point of views? Is this aligned with our, our content pillars, right? Maybe you guys are trying to push a specific narrative, right? Like we want to own, let me get in here. We want to own AI marketing engineer job description, right? So all of these things, they can be goals. It can be all of your like brand material. And it essentially is saying, here's all these raw inputs. Step 2 is this make sense to me? Then we want to start formatting it. And this is essentially the brief stage of saying, what's our version of this? So we take all of these and we take the idea and the essence of it. We run it through a brand filter check. And of course, you can add a human in review step at each one of these. And I highly recommend it, especially as you're dialing it in. But then on this step, what we're saying is, okay, what's our angle? What's our unique perspective? And something that I want to note is a strategic kind of step here. Sorry, this is a screenshot. I don't know why. But a strategic kind of step to add here would say, okay, let's probably do an interview, because what's happening is we're taking all of those ideas, we're filtering it through the brand, and then we're saying, what's our version of this? What's our angle? What's our hook? What format does it need to be in? Is this best as a blog? Is this best as a newsletter? Is this best as a social post? And then from there, we might go, yeah, this is really good, but we want to add our spin to this.